Good evening. Birmingham's bin dispute looks like it's reached deadlock tonight. The union says the strike could go on until Christmas, and in a sign that perhaps talks are getting nowhere, the council says it's offered to go to ACAS.
Today, the union escalated its action. The bin workers are now striking 3 times a day for an hour each time. And in some parts, the rubbish still hasn't been collected for more than a month. Live now to our correspondent, Mark Goff, who's in Erdington for us. Mark.
Yeah, this is Streetley Road in Erdington. That side of the road was cleared up on Monday. This side of the road, we'll take a look, hasn't been cleared up for the last 6 weeks. And it looks like this dispute is nowhere near ending. The union says the strike will go until Christmas. The council says it wants to go to ACAS. They seem very far apart. And the people stuck in the middle are the residents. A month and a half into the strike and the bins and bags are building up and building up. And now flies feeding on the rotting food. They're happy, the residents aren't.
We've had lots of maggots, the smell. We've seen rats. And you just can't do anything with your rubbish. You're just having to take it to the tip if you can get in. But then you're putting maggots and stuff in your car. So we've stopped doing that. And now we've got flies.
And today a warning from the Union Unite that the strike could last until Christmas. The stumbling block is this: bin men and women are responsible for health and safety at the back of the lorry and get paid accordingly. The union says Birmingham City Council wants to fit CCTV cameras at the back and make the driver responsible for the health and safety, which means the bin men and women would drop down a grade and drop down in salary up to £5,000. This is a line in the sand for the union, and with no agreement in sight, they've now stepped up the strike action, going on strike 3 times a day for an hour each time.
Well, there is an escalation that's happening, and the escalation is out of frustration. It's designed to send a clear message to the council, give this matter the urgency that it deserves, resolve this on behalf of the residents of Birmingham, and let my members return to their job.
What's the big stumbling block?
My members are being asked to lose a safety responsibility at the back of a bin lorry. That will cost them £3,500 to £5,000 a person. They simply cannot afford it. And I said clearly to the council, all of the other issues that the council has are resolvable. That's the only issue that is a red line in the sand for us.
Some bins have been collected. This is Sheldon. After 4 weeks, they were picked up last week. But now, this week's collection's been missed.
It was really awful because there was all the black bags piled up, and with the dogs, the cats, and obviously we've got foxes round here. They were all ripped open, they were all scattered everywhere, the flies. It was absolutely horrendous.
What no one wants is seeing this right up until Christmas. Birmingham City Council tell us that as of close of play last night, 86% of the city had been cleared, and they reckon by close of play today, 90% of the city would have been cleared. We've got some pictures here taken in Saltley earlier. It was fairly smelly around there. There was obviously lots of rubbish around. And soon after we filmed, a couple of council teams came and cleared it up. But it looks like the City Council now is really kind of pinning its hopes on going to ACAS. We spoke to Jackie Kennedy earlier.
We were disappointed to see that the ballot is out there to take action until December, but we're still optimistic and we're still trying hard to come to some sort of agreement. And obviously the council have offered to go to ACAS now, so really the ball is in the court of Unite.
Yeah, clean-up teams will be out over the weekend, we're told, but it's obviously no sign yet that every street in Birmingham has been cleaned up.
Mark, a situation in deadlock. Thanks very much.
Well, the strike began at the end of June, and you've been sharing your experiences with us since then, really. A quick selection from Facebook and Twitter today to share with you. Fiona Burns tweeted, "The streets of Brum are full of bins and rubbish. The smell is awful. We're supposed to be the second city. It's a disgrace," she says.
Yes, and after the news that the strikes could continue until Christmas, Nicola says, "So I'm going to be living in fear of rats until 2018 then."
Jiang Lu says the strikes are perhaps a good chance to learn to produce less garbage.
And this picture was sent to us by Jamie Mullard in Kings Norton. Proves that everyone is keeping a close eye on collections, even dogs like Bella. And do keep getting in touch with your thoughts throughout the programme tonight.
Now, other news and